welcome back. Kenny, we're on episode 30.
30, man.
Of the
Podcast's old on you.
It's not old on you, but is it?
It's none of your business.
Your birthday, but wasn't it? Happy birthday. No, the day,
Thanks,
obviously,
mate.
but...
No, it wasn't. Nobody knows when this is recorded, so it could have been the day, but...
there you go.
It
Birthday
wasn't the day.
podcast.
No. Thanks, though, mate. That's... Aye.
You had a cracking day, didn't you, up at
Went
nice
for,
Scots up in Ayrshire?
Went for lunch, then drank too much and fell asleep on the couch.
Usual Sunday.
Usual.
Aye.
The food was very, very good, though.
The pictures looked phenomenal.
Aye.
So-
That's because Paula takes very good pictures. Like she took good pictures. The food did look good, and it was
It did.
tasty.
Did. Aye, that was a good wee segue already. We're only 30 seconds in. It was brilliant.
Then we'd leave it with the best. Any housekeeping, what we're talking about today, and the fact that we've got lovely apparel on. Nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So
Nothing.
where do you want to go for here?
So, first of all, this episode, we've got our first sponsor, Kenny.
Yes.
Our good friend Steve.
Yes.
At Spheres McDonald Hodge Media. So this episode and many more episodes will be sponsored by Steve. So to give you an insight of what Steve does, so Steve, as well as making promo videos that you might have seen, he made ours, our PK, Emer's PK video
That was
the
amazing, wasn't it?
other day, cracking, so good. Spends a lot of time on it. So he does that. He also does like photograph restoration. So my mum...
They weddings, but weddings are out the
Aye.
window at the moment, aren't they? Let's
Aye,
know.
yeah. Well, you can only get 20 people at a wedding, so unless you want to have 5
Aye.
people that are under your family going, then that's that
Aye.
out the window.
And so Spears
Aye.
McDonald Hodge Media.
Spheres McDonald Hodge Media. Aye.
If all going well, we should be able to have their wee emblem and all that, and that's what we're looking for today.
Steve's taking a lot of time to show us how to do it, so
Aye.
proof will be
Aye.
in the pudding in this episode, so it should be
I know.
here.
I hope we don't let Uncle Steve down. Aye.
No.
They should
We won't. It'll be
No,
somewhere
thanks
on
very
about here.
Aye.
Brilliant. So big thanks to
McDonald Hodge
Steve.
Media.
Big thanks to
And
Steve.
Spears and McDonald.
Spheres.
McDonald. Aye.
Sphere, sort of circle.
Aye. Spears.
Spheres.
Oh. There we go, man. We've messed up already.
Flippers. But aye, so anyway, so thanks to Steve again, and you'll see much more great content coming out from us and from Steve in the coming weeks. So on to this. We've got hoodies. Look at us. Twins.
I know.
Huh?
Twins, Basil. Aye. I know. They're really comfy.
Yeah, brilliant.
I didn't think they weren't going to be comfy, but no.
I know what you mean. Well, you think about what you pay for a Nike hoodie or for a good quality hoodie.
Aye.
You're talking in excess of 40-50 quid. So
No
we'll
for
get a
this,
good deal.
No for this.
Yeah.
No for this
That's... Can't you put a price on that, mate? That's the logo you talk about.
one. No, just the full apparel as a whole.
So we will be taking orders for the hoodies. We've already got
Yes.
5 or 6 orders in already. So make sure to head on to Instagram or Facebook or wherever you listen to us. Or
Any pipes,
look at
get in
posts.
touch with us, let us know.
Yeah.
And
We've got 12 different colours, multiple sizes. So aye, it's a hoodie.
Just the same.
That's
It's
what it is.
the same logo though. The logo doesn't change.
It does not.
So if you
Because
don't
we've
like the
only got
logo,
one.
just buy one for the colour, and you can do whatever you want with it.
There you go. Brilliant. So, again, just to ask you about housekeeping, thanks to everybody for supporting on YouTube. We've got a few subscribers who follow us on Instagram.
It was really good. Uncle Tam Cowan having a wee comment, wasn't it?
That was it,
nice.
aye. Calling us
It
out.
was nice. Calling us out. He's never called us ever since we've done a podcast with him, and he comes up with
Sorry.
that.
I know, we can say this because you won't watch it, so it's all right.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
probably didn't even watch us. But
I just wanted to, all right, Tam. It's a
thanks,
spelling
mate.
mistake.
But anyway,
It's nice.
thanks to everybody
Nice talking
for thanks to everybody for
Thanks.
supporting. And we're going to touch on maybe a couple of current affairs and just some interesting stuff that we've maybe seen or heard over the last week or so, and we'll probably just talk pish in the
Waffle.
middle of it. Aye,
Aye.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we do best.
Correct. And make really nice hoodies.
Aye, well, we don't make them, but we just send a logo and somebody else makes them.
Okay. No magic you, is there? Just no magic. Up for your magic trick.
Oh, let's talk about that.
I was going to say, you need to tell people how you done it. It was very obvious how you done it.
Aye, if people watch the video, I was pissed at the time, so I thought I looked brilliant. But then when you watch it back, you can see me doing that. So it wasn't that good, but it's a good laugh for it.
It was a good laugh. Aye.
And I've ever since Brandon's episode, Kenny and work, I've been doing the whole elephant trick to everybody.
I bet
it's worked every time. Every time.
Is it?
Aye.
Wow.
Every time.
Wow.
So aye, it's been great.
Go,
Apart from the only times it doesn't work is if you've got. I'm not ruining in case I want to tell him else it, but
no, you don't spoil the magic. Yes, you doing it again. You're just spoiling all the magic. Let's move on.
Spoiler.
Let's talk about some interesting stuff because I want to know what Foley artists is.
Aye, somebody made we scroll this morning when I got up on Instagram. I think it was Lad Bible that posted it, and it was a guy, and he's a Foley artist, right? So I was like, "What the fuck's this?" Watched Instagram TV, and basically, see when you watch a movie, right, and somebody breaks through a window, or somebody is like scratching, like a dog or something's walking on the ground or whatever. The majority of the time, these sounds are made up by the Foley artists. So they create sounds to go along with the audio and the video.
Right.
Or the video, sorry.
They're sitting doing this like from the rain or something.
Aye.
No,
brilliant.
And
I swear to God.
That's for the speaker, that's for the mic. So that's rain.
That's rain, mate, aye. Or scrunching up paper or whatever you want to put in your movies. But aye, it was so he done he was kind of showing you him doing it. So he was like sitting watching the movie, right? So they've obviously sent him the movie with the audio or whatever. And basically, so he's sitting like smashing a bottle on the ground, like trying to get it perfect timing and all that kind of stuff. And then they were asking him like, why do you do that? You know, I used to assume that movies have got the original audio maybe perked up a wee bit. And he was saying like, well, if you think about where people shoot, you might be in like a warehouse or like could be noisy, it could be builders like 2 minutes away from you, and it could be this and that.
Loads of echo and stuff.
Aye, amazing, eh?
I think I've seen that somewhere. Somehow I think I've seen them recording it, and they'll have like maybe a handful of leaves, and they're crumpling leaves for footsteps. And
aye, that's one of them that done. You've seen that, haven't you?
No, I must have. Maybe I've seen it, mate. Maybe because I see a lot. I see an absolute ton of absolute rubbish on the internet, and I'm trying to think what else I've seen. Maybe not so much the glass bottle, but I feel like walking in mud or like breaking a bone. They had like a bottle. They have a bottle and they done like that and twisted the plastic bottle. I've seen it then. Aye. I didn't know it was an artist thing. I didn't even know that it's a full trade, like Foley artists.
It's crazy, yeah. What a job, but
you know, how do you get into that? Did they tell you how we get into it? No.
I didn't watch it that far. It might have.
Oh man!
I just watched that video and thought that should be quite good to talk about.
You should just have said.
You do that now?
He didn't tell you. I have no idea. No.
I do that now where if I see something quite interesting, or maybe my instant thought is, I need to talk about this. So I'll write it down and watch a wee bit of the video, but I probably should just watch it at the end.
No, it's good to obviously remember because there's so many things that were like, what we talking about? Like, there's tons of things that I've thought of and I've not wrote them down. I need to be more accountable and write things down.
Good word.
Because it's a good word. It's just frustrating when there's so many things you want to talk about. The amount of times that I start a conversation with, have any of you heard of this thing? And I'm hoping that somebody's heard it, so I can at least talk about it. But then also they go, no heard of that thing, and then I look. That doesn't matter. Yeah. Aye.
See one thing you said.
Mate, that's it. And you go.
That's it. See one thing you said there about the amount of nonsense you see on the internet. First of all, what platforms do you see the most nonsense on? And can you remember one that sticks out that's absolute dog shite?
Oh, like proper, this shouldn't be on the internet.
Aye, just a bit mental.
Mental good or mental bad?
Either or.
Would they both?
Maybe. Go for it.
One mental thing. Wish you never asked me now, mate. I don't know. Have you seen the Uncle Roger thing? Have you seen that?
Oh, the Chinese guy?
Aye.
That's funny.
I think that's really good.
He's great, isn't
he? He takes the piss out of people trying to make fried rice.
Egg fried rice, aye.
So he done the BBC Lassie, then he's done
Jamie Oliver.
and he's just
Aye.
there on Sunday. He done Gordon Ramsay, but Gordon
Oh, did
Ramsay
he?
done it. Aye. So you need to watch that. That was really, really good.
Oh, I hope he calls Gordon Ramsay out a wee bit though.
He doesn't.
That's that.
He does a tiny wee bit, but not like he did Jamie Oliver. He absolutely ripped into Jamie Oliver, which I loved. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, so did I. Aye.
Right, you do your good one. Well, I think you a bad one.
A good one. Well, first of all, where do you find the most shite that comes from? Would you say?
So I just feel
Instagram?
like Instagram's a big
I thought you'd have
thing
said.
of-
I thought you'd have said TikTok.
I find most things in TikTok quite funny. Just because the algorithm I feel that in TikTok is really good, so it only gives me things that I tend to watch. So the algorithm in TikTok is that good that if I watch a video for 2 seconds and scroll, it will no save that type of content. Whereas if I watch another video and I watch it for a long period of time, the algorithm will recalculate and feed that information back to me.
Right.
So that's a bit more a technical side of it, which I don't know if you expected us to touch on.
Did they? No, because I don't know anything about it, but I
understand
the algorithm thing.
It's just recently people are talking about it a wee bit, and that's something I find quite interesting, mate.
Aye, so your feed is
stupid Chinese guys pretending to be really old Chinese uncles talking about fried rice. Aye, that's exactly what it is.
It's that, and then Tony Robbins, and then David Goggins, and then Joe Rogan, and then the Emerge podcast.
Then the Emerge podcast. Just watching myself going, wow, man.
Doing a good job. I would probably say the biggest platform for that I find shite or just funny stuff is Twitter. I think Twitter's the king. I love it.
I'm known Twitter. I
know.
You're the king of Twitter. You are. Because I just can't figure it out. It is good. I feel that you get the most content with regards to people get back to you on that. I feel that there's a more interaction.
Aye.
Whereas with Instagram, I feel like it's a post. Look at my body. Look at my meal prep.
Aye. What do you mean?
I Instagram's where your life's really, really good. You post all the good things that happen in your life, so everybody thinks your life's amazing. Twitter, you go for a bit of banter. And Facebook, you want to talk to your auntie or your uncle. That's how I see social media. Mate,
I think that we're going to touch on social media actually a wee bit after this, but I think Instagram is like a mixture. It's like in between Twitter and LinkedIn. You're trying to be funny sometimes, and at the same time you're trying to be like, oh, you know, I'm somebody a bit bigger than probably what you're, and I'm professional and I'm this and that. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's in between.
I'm trying to figure out LinkedIn just now. I'm trying to get LinkedIn. What would you
How you get on?
I've no idea, mate. I can't get any plugs. I've no wires. I've no links. Nobody's helping us out, but I'll get there. So, what is your biggest thing then? Is that you think Twitter as a platform?
I think Twitter as a platform is just because it's unfiltered, right? So, see if I wanted to go on and I don't know, let's just say something bizarre. Like I wanted to know how to or I wanted to find a video. See if you know you've seen a video before and you don't know where to get it on Instagram or whatever. I find that when you search something, there's like trending bars, so you see what people have posted the most about. And 9 times out of 10, if it's been a big event or a big video or something ridiculous, if you type it in, even a rough sort of description of what it is, it'll come up. So I just find it funny. It's just unfiltered. And
see when you have Google and you see on Google, say I Googled Donald Trump, right? Because I've done that this morning. It says like underneath that Boris Johnson trending. Is that coming from Twitter or is that?
I would imagine that they've probably taken Twitter's idea for something like trending, because I feel as if Twitter was the original trending. The original trender.
Twitter was the trendsetter for trending.
That's the word.
There you go, man. Have you not got a favourite thing that you've seen where you find the most absolute garbage?
What talk about platforms?
Aye, like not the platform itself, just the actual video. So I quite like YouTube. I quite enjoy YouTube.
I don't see YouTube. I know it's a platform, but I don't see it as like a social media platform. I go on it to watch
a video,
something I want to know about, or something that you want to learn, like a podcast. Hashtag Emer's podcast. I would say that's more of a, I don't want to say educational platform, but it's more than social media, if you know what I mean.
Well, they've tried to, haven't they? Like, they give you a profile, you can comment, you can...
Aye. But it's also way too sensitive, so I'm not happy about that.
You're quite a raw person.
Aye. I get that it's probably not the best thing sometimes, but I like it if somebody wants to say something. Sometimes it's funny.
They can say it on Twitter. Aye, they can say it. So see how like, the work platform, I find... I just feel like Instagram's full of egos. But also on TikTok, the ads that you get are mental. They're mental. I'm getting ads about Iron Man's helmet. I can buy Iron Man's helmet and it's proper good. But it's all Chinese adverts I'm getting. And the helmet opens up like in the movie. Like it goes like that and comes up.
Right.
Like, the wee Jarvis guy talking. Or what else other mad ads have I seen?
I see every time I'm on.
Coming up, spooky things coming up to Halloween, like you hang this like see-through sheet that nobody would really see, and you get a smoke machine with it, and you turn it on in the dark, and ghosts will fly by it. Like, this is unbelievable. Where am I looking at this? I'm not googling that. Another one was pumpkins. Obviously, it's coming up to Halloween, right? So everybody's trying to get their Halloween stuff in.
Yeah.
It was pumpkins with like LED faces on it, so when you turn it on, it sings, and it looks like an actual a live pumpkin, like the face and all that. Like, you don't need to carve it. It's already there for you.
Somebody's telling me something different here because every time I go to TikTok, all I get is fucking Head and Shoulders adverts. So
no, you do not. No one away here looking that good. Yeah.
Well, I was going to say I thought my hair was all right, but if they're trying to sell me something,
check your shoulders. Your new dandruff.
Dandruff free.
I was talking to Sammy about F45.
Aye.
Right.
She told me.
After about an hour or two, I was getting F45 ads on Instagram. Aye. That's why I don't like. I feel like TikTok doesn't listen to us at all. People, that's pure bollocks. Whereas Instagram is listening to everything because that was just a conversation we had, and it popped up on my phone. If you go on your phone now and scroll through and see what ads pop up and see if it's something you've spoke about lately.
Right. On Instagram.
Instagram or Facebook, because they're both owned by Facebook, aren't they?
True.
I don't know who owns. I think Twitter's the same. I don't think anybody owns Twitter, and TikTok's owned by some Chinese company that nobody's happy about.
First ad I get right. Yeah,
I'll not be able to see that.
Scottish debt advice.
There you go.
I'm not in debt.
Oh, look at you.
No.
Must be nice, eh? Must be nice.
When I say in debt, I'm not. Aye, anyway.
You're not in the red.
I'm not in the red. Aye, that's...
That's just totally debunked everything I've said, haven't you?
A wee bit, and also the next one is Ralph Lauren fragrances. I'll talk about aftershaving again.
You go. Right, kinda, nearly.
I brought you back, mate. Sorry.
Thanks, buddy. What's your? What have we asked you? We've asked you your best. You like Twitter. What's your worst? Would you?
I go on the least, probably, or I don't even enjoy. It's probably Facebook.
It was like Friends Reunited was like for my mum, and then I found Facebook, and then it's everything gets relegated, but it gets passed on, doesn't it?
Aye. For me, it was like when I was in school and stuff. It was Bebo. So
Bebo, remember Bebo Love? I used to chase people about asking them for Bebo Love. All they get for a day, no.
Aye, so it went for that MSN to Bebo, and then it went to Facebook, Instagram. Twitter was kind of around about that same time as well, but and now it's fucking TikTok.
Do you know, we don't even mention Snapchat. It's kind of gone, innit?
It's alright, but I don't really use it, to be honest. I use it meant to talk to you and your missus.
Aye.
and that wee group chat.
No, I know that is the only other time I'm on it. And there's pure redundant because we've got WhatsApp.
See the amount of social media platforms I've just mentioned.
Aye, mate, so many. I feel there's one we've missed out. MySpace, remember MySpace?
MySpace.
No,
never had it. Never had it.
Neither did I, but it was one of them. So,
aye. What do you think? What do you think you use the most? Instagram.
We have been really. Aye, probably.
It's
I'm
funny
using
that, eh?
Facebook Messenger a fair bit now.
It's
Just
funny how...
'cause- on you go.
sorry, mate. But I agree with you that Instagram's full of fucking egos and just stuff that's all fake and false and whatever. But
Aye.
it's probably where I go to the most. It's weird, eh?
Aye. Well, with Facebook Messenger, because the boy I'm training, we speak to him or that, and then we a couple of aunties, uncles messaging me saying happy birthday, and then you message them back, how are you? And you find yourself going a wee bit back and forth.
Aye.
But I feel that Instagram, it's just a pure go-to thing because it was really big and it kind of cut through all the bullshit of Facebook. With all the people who were like, my life's like this, and having moans and grumps about things, whereas now Instagram's all about my life's real good, look at this. There's nobody on, well, I don't know, there probably will be somebody, but I just find that it's just a platform to make yourself feel good. And
aye. It's all about likes, isn't it? So
everyone's about likes. Some people post it and they go, oh, I've not had any likes. I'm going to take that down now because that's, nobody must like that.
Aye.
And it's just a wee bit of a shame for somebody.
But that's a wee segue into your social media chat then. Unless you want to come back to it.
No.
Social media overload. But so I was thinking about it today, about social media, like, because it's probably something like what you said there. Like, I woke up, I had guys in fixing stuff in my house, and then that way I'm sitting there and I'm just scrolling, and I was like, what? Why do you feel that? That's pretty much. I would probably say like 80% of people wake up and first thing you do is check their phone. Maybe more. Don't know.
I'd say more. 100%. I would definitely say more, mate. Aye, 100%.
But I was like, started to think about like what the positives and what the negatives are, and do the pros outweigh the cons when it comes to social media. So I've written down like a couple of the pros, a couple of the prawns.
A couple of prawns and cons.
That's because you spoke about that fucking Uncle
Scots.
Thingy.
Seafood.
So the pros, I've written down like how businesses thrive through Instagram. So like us, for example, we need to get people to listen to your podcast, and that's how we would advertise certain things. So that's a pro, obviously. The information that you get almost instantly. So if the Scottish Government release new restrictions, instantly you've got it on your phone and Twitter and Facebook, Instagram within minutes. Or somebody else has posted about it and you can put two and two together. And the other one, like you said, like connecting with everybody. So like you've not spoke to your auntie and she's happy birthday, Kenny. You're like, do you know what I mean? So they are, for me, that's the biggest pros that I could think of. And do they outweigh the cons?
Aye. So like we wrote mental health there, so that could be a pro. It could be a pro and a con for mental health with somebody who's locked up. Trying what other pros there could be.
There's probably loads, but
it's good for people to see your face. See, it brings people. And I think that becomes a con at some point. It brings people closer to the celebrities and stuff like that, and they get an insight to their life. It'd just be nice to see these celebrities show what their life's properly like and how it can be shite for everybody. Because everybody aspires to, no, maybe everybody, but a lot of people aspire to be these people, but they don't really see the pure shit bits in their life.
Aye, definitely. And then you got to other cons, like all the trolls that you get. You know what I mean? Like people make specific accounts just to go in and put a bad comment on something.
Aye. I want to know why it's called a troll.
Don't know. Probably because trolls are wee nasty bastards, aren't they?
No, because the movie Trolls, I love the movie Trolls, and they sing, and they're wee happy trolls. People. But we'll not get into that too much. Aye, there is absolute idiots out there. I mean, it's got to the point where people are chinning you for forgetting a letter in a name. I mean, there's also, like you said, people creating an account to just go after somebody. And I mean, that effort, that energy wasted to make yourself post a comment.
Aye, I know.
It's pretty sad, especially and that leads to mental health issues and people feeling that they can't post something because they feel judged they're not looking to be judged, they're just looking to share something. Like,
Aye.
share a wee picture. Aye.
One thing I see is, to be honest, this is mostly on Twitter, right? That, as I say, Twitter's unfiltered, so it's probably the harshest comments you'll ever see. But some of it's terrible, but some of it's funny. So there was a celebrity, Molly May. Now that Molly May was on Love Island.
Aye.
So she put up a post. Basically, so there was two pictures, right? The first picture was her on, she put on her Instagram, like photoshopped. She looked great, whatever. And then the next, somebody took a photo of her, like a photographer, and put it up, and somebody had got it or whatever, and leaked it on Twitter. And she had like, she still looked fine, like she had a wee bit of cellulite in her legs, but the people started kind of going in at her a wee bit. But there was one comment somebody wrote, and it was like, I think she looks better in the second half, because the second picture, because why is she trying to hide that she's got a wee tiny bit of cellulite, blah blah blah. But then people start going in to this person who commented saying, well, what's it got to do with you? And somebody shouldn't be taking these pictures and trying to make her feel bad. And you're like, why do you feel bad? Because you're no fat, you're no out of shape, you just got a wee bit of cellulite. And it's like, it's created this big fucking
the main thing with the picture was the cellulite thing.
Aye, she looked totally different from a picture she posted, even her face. But
she's had a lot of grief, hasn't she? Like, there's been a few times I've seen like, oh, this is too photoshopped, and I just don't understand it. I don't see the need. Like, did you listen to the Joe Rogan with Miley Cyrus yet? No,
I've listened to a wee bit yet.
They get into the whole social media thing and that, and how her dad doesn't have Wi-Fi, doesn't have a mobile, just lives in a ranch in the middle of nowhere. And if he wants to FaceTime his daughter, he drives to his brother's, which is a 40-minute drive away.
All right.
But
he's also a superstar and got loads of money and plenty to do, isn't he? So I know.
But what I know he's made the most is, so I think this, I don't know if this is the route yet, but the Kardashians with the whole Photoshop thing, it was like one thing and then another thing, and then because they've been caught out a couple of times, I think everybody started doing it, and it just got out of control, man.
It became the norm, innit?
Aye, it's very normal for people to do it, which isn't nice, because that isn't how they look. That's 100% not how they look, and it just becomes a problem because people, like I said, they aspire to be this fake, like an anime sort of thing. Like, it's unattainable. You can't get it. It's virtually impossible. And then there was what was the advert where somebody? Oh, sorry, that's a TV show. It's a TV show, but it was kind of relevant towards the whole thing that we're talking about. So Entourage wasn't it Entourage? It was Ballers, the TV show Ballers. Have you ever watched it? No.
I've no. That's the one with The Rock in it, isn't it?
Aye, it's amazing. So The Rock's trying to get this surfer boy to do an ad campaign with Coca-Cola.
Right.
So the boy is super famous for being surfing. He's going to be the next big surfer guy. Couldn't think of a surfer's name. So the boy sees the ad and he doesn't like it. So The Rock comes like, what do you not like about it? He's like, look at me and look at that. And he's like 6 or 7 shades whiter. In the ad campaign. And he said, that's the problem. He's like, I'm no white. I'm no this like wanting to kind of make waves. That was an cause controversy in that, but I'm not looking to put an ad out there that I'm unhappy with. He said, I'm a black man. I'm not looking to start this big like racist rant, and I just want me to be portrayed as me, and that's no me. And The Rock's like gets a wee bit raging. He's like, "You're right. It's up to you. We can go and we can fight this." And then, things get out of control. But that's what I thought that had happened in real life. But even when you look at Disney, see the movie Aladdin. Aladdin starts off as a wee tramp, and he's very dark skinned. And then by the end of the movie, his skin's a lot lighter. I don't know if he's had a shower during this whole process, and he's maybe just really dirty. But none of that's shown. And then even I could go on a wee bit with the whole skin people getting lighter and that, but I don't want it. It's no the hole that we're looking to go
it's
down.
a bit of a rabbit hole, isn't it?
It is, mate. It's a very, very deep one. But aye, with the whole Photoshop thing, we're not going to change the world by telling people not to do it, because it's always going to happen. It's just not very nice for the generation that's coming after us, because it's already quite bad when it comes to bullying. I used to get away from bullying when I left school. You don't get away from it now. Everybody's got a phone, they can text you. Everybody's got the internet in their house, and they can get a hoodie through their platforms, and it's no fair. It's no fair at all, man.
Well, that was a bit serious, wasn't
it? It did, man. It did. Sorry, no sorry at all. I thought I couldn't get myself out the hole that I dug there. I thought, oh no, but I'm lucky I managed to jump out it.
You did. See, just another note. If anybody's wondering why I'm drinking a bottle of this side, I asked Sammy, the missus, she was like, going to get his water bottles for work because we couldn't find any. So she ordered these bottles, right? And as we've highlighted on the podcast, I'm not the biggest or the tallest of men, right? Sammy's not the biggest of women either. She's tiny. So she's got us like these fucking 2 litre bottle. No, it's a litre, I guess.
It's a 1 litre, man. That's
a litre and a half.
It's the same size as this.
Aye, on camera. And look at the width of it, right? So that's the litre and a half mark here, right? So it's about 3/4 up. So it's probably 175 mil.
Are you sponsored
1,750.
Try to sell them?
I'm not, no. Put the wee logo in there, did I? No, but just when people are drinking, I'm like, he must be tiny. But
no,
the water bottle makes it look small. Anyway, sorry, it was another thing.
You're going to be complex, Gavin?
I fucking wonder why.
Right, so this is very much a thing, addiction to phones and social media.
Like I said, waking up in the morning. You know what I mean?
Do you look at your screen time?
I get a report every Sunday.
Oh, I get it daily. I get a daily, man.
Oh, Huawei are leading the world there.
No, you can set it for a daily, I'm sure, if you want.
Probably. I don't actually bother about my screen time. I know I don't sit on my phone constantly or whatever, but well, maybe my report will tell different, but I think I'm averaging about 3.5 hours or something a day on my phone.
Aye.
But then,
can you work that down to a percentage? So
nah, that's quick maths, mate. I'm kind of do that.
It would be.
So, but what I factored into that was obviously we do a lot of stuff on our phones for the podcast. So
you seen that's work then, innit?
Working it. Aye. Kinda. But I would probably say a good hour a day, if not more, is spent. But how many times do you check the YouTube studio a day, or how many times you check the Instagram page? Do you know what I mean? So things like that.
No. I need to do more of that. I feel like I've let the social media slip there for a few days, so I need to do more of that. The YouTube studio I check all the time. All the time.
But some people I know personally, and their screen time's like 7.5 hours, and you're like,
that's out of control, man.
Per day.
Aye.
You know what I mean? I don't think I could.
It's FOMO in it. It's FOMO.
Aye. Fear of missing
out, man. Aye. I've just realised that some people listen to this on podcast platforms. So just come back to the very first thing we spoke about. We're wearing lovely black hoodies with the Merge Podcast logo on it.
Don't know why I'm doing this.
So come buy them, please.
Aye, head on and show a picture of them. Just buy them without even seeing them. They're really good quality.
Aye. Hey, what's been happening in the world, Gav? Tell me about the world.
What's been happening? Well, the biggest thing.
Absolutely nothing, because we're on lockdown again.
But what did you make of the new restriction? Did you watch the videos first of all?
I've not seen a single minute of any of it.
Right, so I watched
as I should. But...
Aye. Well, I get it for people who don't, because it's just a big bundle of shite that just keeps getting.
Just drags you down, man.
It does. So, energy. First of all, I watched, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's part of Downing Street anyway.
Boris Johnson.
He was basically, what he done was got a projector screen, right? And he was talking people through the statistics. So I watched it on Twitter, right? Twitter live. So as you can imagine, the comments were coming through were fucking brilliant.
Fast. Yes.
Oh, brilliant. Anyway, can't remember anything, so I'm not diving into that. But so basically what he was saying was the way we are trending just now in the UK, no Scotland, but as a whole the UK, we could be on the 13th of October, we could be have up to 49,000 cases a day, because it's doubling every 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
So the numbers, when you say it like that, obviously they're looking to get the worst case scenario out there to try and scare people into thinking, right, we need to stop this, whatever. But I just really find funny about the whole thing. No funny because people are dying. I don't mean it that way. I mean funny as in the way the UK government have dealt with it. Is Boris Johnson saying, basically blaming it on people aged 28, 29, young adults.
No me.
And no you, mate. Me, but basically saying, we're not following the rules, we're not doing this, you're spreading it to the older generation, blah, blah, blah. Like, hold on a minute here, bring it back, right? So you've given us 50% off food and drink. Everybody's getting 80% of their wages, most people. So why do you think that's going to help? Because everybody's just going to go to the restaurants, they're going to get packed, all the pubs are rammed. I've drove by pubs and there's no social distancing. So you can't to then put it back on us.
Just generalised everything. They came to August and they've went, guys, listen, get in the house. Go treat yourself, man. 50% off on the restaurants that you really love. And it's probably cheaper to go to the restaurants than it is to go and buy your food, prepare your food, do all the dishes, and then have to go and, I don't know, something else. And then September comes and they're like, what are you doing? What have you been doing it for?
You've ruined it.
Do you never learn? And then Boris is like, I'll watch the 30 plus and people who are more likely to vote when voting time comes in. People who are 30 and above, and we'll blame it on all the people below that because they don't really vote as much as them. Blame them. I look brilliant. It's all their fault. It's no mine. I didn't say you can have food for near enough free. Just forget about that. Just blame the 18 to 20 or 29-year-olds.
Have you seen that? I'm assuming you have because they've been plastered everywhere, but they've put, obviously the UK government have announced they're putting a 10 p.m. curfew on pubs and restaurants. Are you going to go to? I don't know. Is it going to be the same one we're thinking? Oh, probably. Actually, I know what one you're maybe thinking. It's either the Still Game one or the Tune the Fat one. No. Oh no! Right, the Leonardo DiCaprio one. No. Leonardo DiCaprio sipping it's like when your boyfriend says he's going out for a couple of pints. Right. And it's Leonardo DiCaprio sitting. I don't know what movie it might be The Great Gatsby or something. He's sipping something and he's howling and it says under it, see you at 10 p.m, hun. Whereas it would normally be 4 in the morning or something you get back in. Polish will give it 10 of them last night. Well, brilliant. My favourite one was the Tune the Fat one. So, did you watch Tune the Fat? Aye, right. So, for anybody who's listening as well, if you remember the Invisible Boss, you remember? So, somebody said basically COVID making its way into the pubs. Just before 10 p.m. and it's him floating in. He's invisible. It was fucking brilliant. But the curfew thing, back to that. That's right. Here's my take on it. Go. So you've got that the pubs are going to shut at 10 p.m. That's what they're going to shut at midnight, right? Right. So I'll tell you, just because I'm going out on Sunday, right? So I'm going out on Sunday. So the first thing I done when curfew was announced, I went to Paula, what time are you going out at? And she went, 4:30. I went, can we message Sean and Cody and see if we can go out earlier? Aye, exactly. You're just going to try and get that 2 hours of drinking. You're just going to move it 2 hours before because you're still going to be just as pissed. And it doesn't matter what the time is. It's your blood alcohol levels that bring you. It's like a magnet with the 2 meters in it. Aye. So it doesn't. And then, it might work. I don't know, man. We should be a bit more responsible. I'm a responsible adult, and I'm always 2 meters for everybody at all times. But what the point I'm making with the curfew, so obviously that people are just going to go early, I think. And then what I also think is when it comes to 10 p.m, you're probably already going to have drink in your house ready to go back home. Everybody's going to pile into your house, and it's just going to be a house party. Aye, and if the police turn up at your door and they say how many people go in your house, you say 6, and they say can we come in? You say no, because that will make it 7. We're only allowed to have 6. So you're fine either way. It doesn't matter. But it's nuts. I don't think they're making these decisions. Would you? No, not at all. But this is the point I'm trying to make. I know that they're stuck between a rock and a hard place because they need to keep the economy going, but at the same time they need to try and curb the virus. But you're like, well, if restaurants and pubs are the main issue, then just fucking shut them. but they're obviously worried about people's jobs and the economy. And what. I get that.
It comes back to people's mental health as well.
Aye.
Because the amount of suicides that are happening. Somebody I train works for the 111, and the calls they're getting for people who are struggling mentally is unbelievable. It's really bad. I don't know, man. It's going to end up like, remember in a plane, when you went in a plane, you were limited to 2 drinks. I think it might end up something like that, because it is definitely people being drunk. It's people being drunk.
Of course. Especially in fucking Scotland, you know what I mean?
I'm sure if you're sober and you're a bit compos mentis, you're gonna understand how big 2 meters is.
Aye.
So when people, if you're drunk driving, they say, can you go out and walk in a straight line? You shouldn't be drunk driving in the first place, but it's something you can't really do. So if you can't do that drunk, you can't judge 2 meters drunk either.
Aye, exactly. Well, look at it today, as I say, I had guys in fixing stuff in my house, and you know, first time come in, got a lasso on. You just know, it's just became the norm now that you're staying. Like I'm staying in the kitchen, he's in the living room, we're talking to each other through 2 rooms, and but I know when you're drunk, you're just or you're shouting at people, and you're
I saw Anne. I've not seen Anne in a couple of years. And the first thing I'm at. Do we do? And then it's pure.
End up with elbow bumps.
I know. Need to start wearing elbow guards or something. You need to sanitise after every use.
Big elbow pads like a skateboarder.
Aye.
So the COVID thing. One thing that I seen, it was James English actually posted it on Facebook, and it was basically just a start now. I know this isn't the same thing, but he said that there was more people dying in motorcycle accidents in COVID last month. I'm like, right, you said it before we came on. Well, motorcycles are only a virus and they don't spread. So obviously there's different factors, but
it's the awareness.
It's the volume. It's the volume of people, and you're like
suicides and all. And there's suicides.
Aye. And the common flu killed more people. You know what I mean? So it's just it's one of these things. I don't think anybody knows what to do. So everybody's just giving opinions.
The world's been put into shock, and when it comes to shock, either it's fight or flight in it. So we're not really. I don't know, man. I don't want to make decisions because I'd just be dead. Like, can we all just be safer? And can we all just? Because panic buying starting to happen again. And Eugenie, who's 70, like you can't get a slot. Well, I don't know. The Asda near me, you can't get a delivery slot. You can't get it.
That's what I didn't get about even the first time we were at lockdown. Like, obviously the whole toilet paper fiasco, that was fucking nuts. But you could still go. You could still get your shopping. So why were you panic buying? Like the shops weren't going to shut. You know what I mean? Like,
people are mental, mate. That's why. It's a good way. It's a good way of getting people's money out their pockets as well.
Aye,
scaremonger them.
I seen somebody posting today. It was on Twitter, and it was basically saying how like Celtic and Rangers have spent all these millions this summer buying players. And somebody's wrote, well, instead of Celtic and Rangers buying players, can they not just put their millions into the economy? You know, well, no, because that's what governments are for. Like, it's a business, you know what I mean? You could help it, like you could help people out, but why would you?
They were when they know they were out. Then, even did you watch the? I've not watched that All or Nothing thing yet. Have you? But Spurs had players going up to. They will be, man. It's just not something that they're going to be bragging about.
I know, but it's just like
if they do, you see, if they had that, we've got 15 players out today giving out food. Like, well, should you not be training? Or like,
aye. If you lost a game,
what if you catch it? Aye.
It's just, you can't. That's what I was going to say. Like trolls, there's just always somebody with a different opinion. Always.
Right. We'll talk about the phone call and then we'll come back to the football because I want to see if you've changed your mind.
Right. Okay.
Right. Talk to me about the phone call because I don't get it.
So you don't watch UFC much, eh? So
nah.
There's a fighter called Colby Covington, right? And he's quite a controversial fighter. So he's a massive Donald Trump supporter, but he riles everybody up with his views and all that kind of stuff. He wears his "Make America Great Again" hat to all the weigh-ins, press conferences, everything. So he won his fight at the weekend there in Vegas, and he was in the post-match press conference, and he's sitting talking to the interviewer, and he gets a phone call. It's didn't say, what was it? Just say it was like Pentagon, right? It wasn't like the White House or something, but it was something like a wee. And he's like, hello, Mr. President. And fucking Donald Trump had phoned him to congratulate him on his fight.
Genuinely him though?
No, you hate to put it on loudspeaker. So the reporters obviously like that. We've got an opportunity here. So get it on loudspeaker,
It's me. Well done. Good fight.
That's pretty much how it went. But he was just like, he was so like, oh, that wee boy. He was like, yes, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President.
That's mad, isn't it?
I was like, imagine the fucking. I know it's Donald Trump, right? And I'm not his biggest fan, obviously. But imagine that's. I was going to say that's like Nicola Sturgeon for you, but it's slightly different.
Slightly bigger, mate. But I think it's like. I feel like America has been a TV show for the last 4 years, man. Maybe even longer. It's just been one big giant TV show that they've lost the grip with what's the world, what's going on, man. It's just a bit mental.
It's like an extended version of like a Simpsons movie, innit? It's just kept going and going and going.
Aye, I know. But just some of the stuff he says is mental.
Oh, aye, he's bizarre. But I
wouldn't mind a phone call for him. I would answer the phone. I don't know. I think I'd be a bit freaked out.
Is he funny? He's as a president, it's a bit different. As a person, I used to love watching his stuff because he's funny.
He's funny.
I still do. Funny. I don't live in America, so I don't know enough about it. But he's funny. But it was just what it was mental that the president phones him.
Phone him. How did he get his number?
That's what I was just about to say. How did he get his number?
Maybe they must have been pals before or something.
Maybe because he goes to all his rallies and all that and whatever. So
wow, man. Oh my god.
He said if he wins his belt back, he's Donald Trump's invited him up to the Oval Office.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Listen to me.
Big Donald, man.
Listen to me.
Aye.
Freaky. But he's invited him up to the Oval Office. Right, football. Right, football.
Who's going to win the Premiership?
I don't know. I want to ask you first.
I'll say Liverpool. Definitely Liverpool, man.
Right, I'll say Man City.
Were you going to say Liverpool?
No, I was going to say City. But I spoke about this to my brother the other day, and I can't really see. Although Spurs never need it, Man U are never need it. Liverpool, aye. City, aye. Who are you going to say? Chelsea, no.
I was going to say if Liverpool get an injury for one of the front three, I don't know who comes in. It's like I was listening to Open Goal earlier on, and that's what they were saying. But Aguero's injured now as well, isn't he?
Aye, but I just think the options I've got are just much.
They've got a lot of depth. It's just hard to see by Liverpool. As long as their physio team, the recovery team must be like unbelievable.
Aye.
Just watching that all nothing thing and just watching players drop like flies at Spurs.
Mentally.
Was pretty funny.
I think who drinks the best Liverpool? Fucking hell! I'll just give you the answer. Who drinks the best manager in the world?
Oh, Klopp, definitely, man.
It is, isn't it? It is. He's one of these people that you would just work for him.
Aye, he's just a lovable man, isn't he? Even he's shown it. Like I feel like it's Pep's wee demon in his shoulder that Pep can't shrug him off. Because at Dortmund he didn't have the biggest pool of players to work with. He had to nurture them, and that's what he's done with Liverpool as well. As much as a lot of these players might have already been here, he's just got them working. He's got them ticking, and if he keeps that going and keeps the momentum for last season, I know they were only the greatest after they won the league title, but they didn't have to be because they won the league. So,
you become complacent, don't you? When you know you've won something.
He needs to protect the players. He needs to protect them. So,
and also, I just think he's one of the managers. Like he's got the best balance I've ever seen. Like you know that he's like your mate, but at the same time you're shit scared of him, and that's the best way to be. You know what I mean? And not everybody can get away with it. But he's also a fucking 6'3" giant German. So
I wouldn't get in the rank side of him. He must look really tall to you. Like.
Oh, aye. Probably look tall next to you, no?
Oh, he will. 100%. SPL, homegrown football. You change your mind?
I don't know. Nah.
You still think Rangers will win it, aye?
At the time, even up to the last game, up to the Hibs game, I thought, I can't see past them. Like, I thought Ryan Kent just looks unbelievable. Morelos, I think, is a bit off it, but he still scored goals.
He's lost a bit of weight. He has lost a bit of weight.
Has he? But
well, that's what I'm hearing. Aye, he has lost a bit. I'm hearing. I was up at.
I was up at Murray Park. Looking, I don't get his when I looked at him anyway, but I don't know. I just think they look very sound. They hadn't conceded a goal in 7 games, and I thought, right,
that's a record, there.
That's a record, aye. Celtic, although they're winning games, it's very small margins, and they're no dominating the way they did. So I just think if we win our game in hand, we'll be 2 points clear. But then come to the Old Firm, 17th October.
When is? Oh, well done. You got that written down?
No, yeah, in front
well
of
done, you mate. Well done. Oh, calm down. That's brilliant. That's a great knowledge bomb, man. I was going to try and Google it there quickly, but
that's the first. See when the Old Firms get released, I go into my rota and I'm like, right, I need to make sure I take that day off. I need to make sure I take that day off. So that's how I know.
I've not got that. I've not got shifts for that, but I'll mention it. Sorry if you can hear the screeching in the background. Furniture's being moved from my new studio.
So
I need to start watching. I've not watched a lot of football just because I've just not made the effort. So I need to start watching more because I do want to talk about it a wee bit more. I used to love it. I used to watch it quite frequently.
Aye.
What I was listening to on Open Goal and that, they're saying Rangers are looking pretty good so far this year. So long may it continue, mate.
Aye, hopefully not, but I'm still going with that. I'm still going with it, and we'll see.
I can't believe you're a pure Celtic fan. You pure think that. I can't believe that.
I just see. Do you know what's really weird, right? I always get these feelings, and they've not let me down yet, right? So, see, getting into an Old Firm game, see within the first 5 minutes, I think, oh, fuck, we're going to get beat here because you can just tell the way people are playing and all that.
The attitude
and just the way that they're pressing or we're pressing or whatever, and I just get this really bad feeling about that season. And because it's a big season, it's 10 in a row. There's all these pressures, but
aye.
So
what's your script with Scott Brown?
What do you mean?
Is he playing?
Aye. He's a captain.
When it comes to an Old Firm, I think that's probably with somebody like him. That's what he needs. He needs an Old Firm to
the biggest
get the juices going again.
Aye, the biggest. He's really good at that. But the biggest influence I think we will have this season is Shane Duffy coming in for Brighton. So he's an Ireland internationalist, Ireland captain. He's a massive Celtic fan.
It's a great signing there, isn't it?
You can watch him, see his first game. He scored in his first 2 games. Scored 2 headers, but seeing you watch them when he came on the first game, he was just, he's been there for ages. So he's like ordering people what to do, and you're like, you need somebody like that.
A leader. More than one leader. You don't need. It's good to have
one player can't win you fucking unless you're Messi or Ronaldo, but no, I hold midfielder.
Don't think they're coming to keep their Ibrox head.
Maybe in FIFA, but that's about
it. You've enough 70.
But aye, so right, you want to go and help move your furniture?
I'm going to go and assist, mate. I'm going to get the assist. This was good. Hopefully get a few more guests on soon.
Aye, we've got them lined up. So, aye, episode 30 done,
dusted. As much as I feel like we could have spoke a lot more. But this was a bit more sharper. A bit. People might like this a wee bit sharper.
Let us know what you think. Use a wee comment.
That's good. Feedback. If you've made it this far, what do you think? Let me know. Right, mate. You enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll probably take you in 10 minutes anyway. So
brilliant. Right, enjoy moving your furniture, mate, and I'll speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.